Namaskar you all. I am going to give a lecture on application of remote sensing in planning of large engineering projects. The main objective of this is it introduces the application of remote sensing and GIS capabilities for planning studies of large engineering projects like tunnel, dams, highway, etc. The most important is how to use remote sensing and GIS capabilities for the generation of the data, which will be used for planning studies evolved over the period. In module 1, we are going to introduce you about these techniques. A remote sensing application is a software application that processes remote sensing data, and remote sensing applications are similar to graphic software, but they are enable generating geographic information from satellite and airborne sensor data. Remote sensing applications use a specialized file format that contains sensor image data, georeferencing information and sensor metadata. Some of the most popular remote sensing file formats include GeoTIFF, NITF, GPEG 2000, ECW file format, MRSID, HDF and NetCDF formats. Many remote sensing applications are built using common remote sensing toolkits like GDAL and OSSIM, Geomatica, PCI Geomatics. In general, remote sensing applications perform many features including change detection. This change detection is related to determine the change from image taken at different times of the same area. Then comes orthorectification, which wrap an image to its location on the earth. Next is spectral analysis. For example, using non-visible part of the electromagnetic spectrum to determine if a forest is healthy. Next is image classification, categorization of pixel based on reflectance into different land cover classes. For example, supervised classification or unsupervised classification and object-oriented classification. Example of remote sensing softwares are nowadays we are using. Those are ADAS Imagine, ENVI, Google Earth, GrassGIS, OpenEV, Optics, Orfeo Toolbox, Remote View, SocketSat and Idrishi. The application of 3D stereo image techniques include route or area selection for tunnels, dams and highway projects. We can study on the basis of image data on satellite image, for example geology, lithology, hydrology, groundwater, structural geology and geomorphology, etc. The detailed engineering geological planning can be done on the basis of mapping and surveying. By combining with the field survey, detailed mapping on 1:1 lakh, engineering geological map and vertical section map can be prepared and realized the goal of providing detailed information of engineering geology for planning in short period of time. Generally, remote sensing observation provide data on Earth, a natural resource in a spatial format. In fact, the remote sensing data has the advantage of synoptic view and large area coverage. The information required in the field of civil engineering is derived mainly from analysis of image patterns present in the data. These patterns reflect the influence of type of parent material, geological processes undergone, the climatic, biotic and physiographic environment and man's activity. Thus, application of remote sensing to engineering involve the recognition of the basic landform as indicated by the pattern elements on the image. Spatial data can be efficiently handled using Geographic Information System, a tool which allows synergism of the map data and tabular data. It also allows the integration of these data sets for driving meaningful information and outputting the information derivatives in map format or tabular format. In civil engineering projects, remote sensing in GIS techniques has become potential and indispensable tools. Various civil engineering application areas include regional planning and site investigation, terrain mapping and analysis, water resources engineering, town planning, urban infrastructure development, transportation network analysis, landslide analysis, etc. In module 2, we are going to know about the methodology and material and data which are to be used. In this, it comes the selection of site. First, with the expansion of tourism resources and mineral resources, the development of city and dams, tunnels and roads, or highway construction, the farmland is continuously decreasing. In order to protect farmland, the rule of dam land or highway route selection is that the road should occupy farmland as less as possible. During plan for the given area of construction, the route should avoid passing through towns, village, ancient architectures, and area with complex engineering geological conditions. In order to minimizing dismantle, compensation fee, and construction difficulty, quicken work plan and saving project expense. Method for application of remote sensing technology in route or area selection. Using remote sensing techniques, we build 3D stereo model which can visually and truly reflect the feature of the terrain, geological features, body of disaster, town and village construction. It can be used to efficiently select the area of construction. In this, the following method is used. First, it is geometrically rectified the panchromatic AR photo at a scale of 1:1 lakh and TM color image R5, G4, B3, then performing fusion of AR photo with TM543 to form a 1:10,000 color orthographic image. For preparing 3D stereo model based on the AR photos, we take orthographic image as surface image. At least two view 3D stereo image from different perspective angle using the ADAS, NV or PCI image processing software, and according to several viewing and analyzing result to choose most responsible route or area. Remote sensing satellite imagery has been used since 1972. The first remote sensing satellite was Landsat 1 MSS multispectral scanner launched by USA. The sensor technology improved extremely during this period. Nowadays, many information categories for the wide areas can be extracted from these satellite data, such as land cover, land use. Landsat 7 ETM has 7 bands varying resolution from 15 meter to 60 meter. One of these bands is 15 meter resolution in panchromatic band. One band is 60 meter resolution in thermal channel, and others are 30 meter resolution in other channels. Detailed information for these bands is given in following table. The data taking period of the satellite is 14 days per location, and single frame cover 180 km to 180 km area on the ground. Pay attention on your screen the table. This comprising of Landsat 7 ETM bands and specification for each band. First of all, we try to select the site. To do this, we have to select the working area. For selecting working area, we will have to go for literature survey, site visit, and engineering geological study of the area. These are the three basic important steps which have to be covered in this. Investigation of engineering geological problem using remote sensing technology. Identification of active faults on the remote sensing image. Usually fault present as a straight or curved line because fault produces differences between the lithology, strata, terrain, drainage and vegetation on both sides of the fault. Proof of active faults on image include synchronization curve of water system, curve point and coverage point of gullies, the linear arrangement of river valleys, etc. Now we go for the identification of bed sink quality of loess. On the basis of image interpretation and field survey, we confirm the range of silt clay and sandy soil of later Pleistocene, that is Q3, which own high wet sink quality and mainly distributed on the surface of higher terraces. Then we come to the investigation of soil base, visualizing the satellite image interpretation and field survey, which confirm the range of riverbed and river flood. In module 4, we are going to learn about the visual interpretation of aerial photograph. Aerial photograph and remote sensing imagery has the same type of characteristics, but certain features which are clearly visible on aerial photograph which cannot be clearly identified on certain remote sensing images. Analysis of remote sensing imagery involves the identification of various targets in an image, and those targets may be environmental or artificial features which consist of points, lines and areas. Targets may be defined in terms of the way they reflect or emit radiation. This radiation is measured and recorded by a sensor and ultimately is depicted as an image product, such as in observing the differences between targets and their background involves comparing targets based on any or all of the visual elements of tone, shape, size, pattern, texture, shadow and association. Now we are going to learn about all these elements, where tone refers to the relative brightness or color of objects in image. Generally, tone is the fundamental element for distinguishing between different targets or features. Variation in tone also allow the elements of shape, texture and pattern of the objects to be distinguished. Next is shape, which refers to the general form and structure or outline of individual objects. It can be a very distinctive clue for interpretation. Straight edge shape typically represent urban or agricultural targets, while natural features such as forest edges are generally more irregular in shape, except where man has created a road or clear-cut farm. Farm or cropland irrigated by rotating a sprinkler system would appear as a circular shape. Next parameter is size of the object as an image is a function of the scale. It is important to assess the size of a target relative to the other objects in a scene, as well as the absolute size to aid in the interpretation of that target. A quick approximation of target size can direct interpretation to an appropriate result more quickly. For example, if an interpreter had to distinguish zones of land use and had identified an area with a number of buildings in it, large buildings such as factories or warehouses would suggest commercial property, whereas a small building would indicate residential use. Now we come to the pattern. Pattern refers to the spatial arrangement of visibly discernible objects. Typically, an orderly repetition of similar tones and texture will produce a distinctive and ultimate recognizable pattern. Orchards and evenly spaced trees and urban streets with regularly spaced houses are good examples of pattern. Now we come to the texture, which depends upon the tone, which refers to the arrangement and frequency of tonal variation in particular area of an image. Rough texture would consist of a mottled tone with the gray level change abruptly in a small area, whereas some of the texture would have very little tonal variation. A smooth texture are most often the result of uniform and even surfaces such as fields, asphalt or grassland. A target with a rough surface and irregular structure such as a forest canopy result in a rough textured appearance. Now we can say that texture is one of the most important elements for distinguishing feature in radar imagery. Now the next parameter is shadow, is also helpful in interpretation as it may provide an idea of profile and relative height of a target or a target which may make identification easier. However, shadow can also reduce or eliminate interpretation in their area of influence, since target within shadow are much less or not at all discernible from their surroundings. Shadow is also useful for enhancing or identifying topography, landforms, particularly in radar imagery. Now we come to the association, which takes into account the relationship between other recognizable objects or feature in proximity to the target of interest. The identification of the feature that one would expect to associate with other features may provide information to facilitate identification in the example given above. Commercial properties may be associated with proximity to major transportation routes, whereas residential areas would be associated with school, playground and sport fields. In our example, a lake is associated with boat, a marina and adjacent recreational land. Now the images of green, red, NIR band and pen. The three images show the three bands of a multispectral image extracted from a spot multispectral scene at a ground resolution of 20 meters. The area covered is the same as that shown in the above panchromatic image. Note that both the XS1 green and XS2 red bands look almost identical to the panchromatic image shown above. In contrast, the vegetated areas now appear bright in the XS3 NIR band due to high reflectance of leaves in the near infrared wavelength region. Now here we can conclude how can we use this remote sensing techniques for planning of large engineering projects. On the basis of analyzing and studying about hydrogeology, geology, earthquake, remote sensing data, we complete engineering geological survey and division of landform and engineering geological types of rock, soil in short period of time, which provides amount of basic data for highway engineering planning and feasibility augmentation. Now it is also possible to build 3D stereo image model, which is proved to be very useful for route or area selection study. In order to make design more scientific and reasonable in the future, it is necessary to build GIS and various sort of database and at the same necessary field survey.